So I wanted to get on and talk about the verdicts over the past couple of days. And before I forget, I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Um, I hope you got time to spend with your family, your friends, and your loved ones. But and I just wanted to come on for a little bit to talk about this because uh, it's something that really needs to be thought about and talked about. Um, so I'm on here and I'm using Haps, uh, and Haps kind of changed everything. Um, but nevertheless, like I said, I'm on here and I'm talking, and just wanted to get your feedback if I can. Um, but it's crazy how we live in a society where uh we live in a society where okay, we live in a society where things are happening and things are going on in the world, and the outcome of it, sometimes, we we appreciate the outcome, or we not liking the outcome. And of course, I'm talking about the two situations that happened, past couple of days. And I know what you're saying. I know you're saying, well, uh this is late, move on, but it's just something to think about for real. It's something to really, really think about, if you look at it. So we have Cal Rittenhouse, who is labeled as uh, a vigilante or a hero, and we are looking at Ahmaud Arbery, who was just jogging in his neighborhood, and contrary to popular belief, um, black people can live in wealthy neighborhoods. I just want to say that. Uh, so like I said, it kind of leave a sour taste in your mouth, but still, we can't win them all. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, um, I'm looking at this Kyle Rittenhouse situation still, where teenage boy, 17, drives across country with the help of his mom, gets out of the car with an AK-47 or assault rifle or whatever it was, and walks around the streets of Kenosha. After this, now I know what you're saying. You were like, okay, well, what was going on? Black Lives Matter protests because of the incident that happened with Mr. Blake. Police shot him. Uh, I forget Mr. Blake's first name, but shot him while his kids watched on. He is since then now he is now paralyzed because of that incident. So I guess Cal Rittenhouse kind of felt was in his feelings about that, and he went to Kenosha with the help of his mom. His mom drove him across country, across state lines, and he wanted to quote protect his community, whereas Cal Rittenhouse did not live anywhere near or remotely anywhere in the city of Kenosha, and that concerns me. So here we are, a person who's in their feelings, who lives thousands of miles away, remotely does not have anything to do with the situation, still wants to protect his community. And when I think about protecting your community, I'm merely thinking about the community in which you live, and has nothing to do with the situation. First of all, goes there and trying to quote instill some type of peace, whereas when he went there, uh supposedly two gentlemen who he shot and killed, one injured, was threatening him, chasing him, and after which killed the two gentlemen. One is injured. I'm still not sure of the outcome of that gentleman, and they are still laboring him as a vigilante. So, like I said before, I just got on here. I went on Facebook, and I didn't like it over there on Facebook, so I came over here to Haps and wanted to try it out. Uh, so so what you're saying is I don't like what's going on in Washington. There's a situation in Washington that I don't particularly like. I pack up, I go to Washington with an assault rifle to instill some type of peace, and I'm walking around in Washington with my weapon to instill peace to a situation that has nothing to do with me. Now, mind you, I'm here in Baltimore. I'm right here in Baltimore. To be technical, I'm in the east side of Baltimore. And it was said that he wanted to instill some peace or protect his community. First of all, what happened was in Kenosha. You all the way where you live. So I help me to understand that. Help me to make that distinction, so to speak. Help me to it don't add up. It don't add up. So I go to Kenosha. I get involved. People out there rioting. If you saw the pictures, you saw him walking around with an assault rifle, and police just looks at him, passes him some water, pass him some water, because in the back of their mind they think that he's one of them. So, like I said, the situation where he's there now, he's quote unquote protecting his community where he lives nowhere in Kenosha. And he's approached by two individuals because they see him with this gun, and they like, you ain't the cops. You don't have a badge. You 17. So he feels threatened. He's crime victim, and he then turns the gun on those two gentlemen and kills them. Shoot and kill them, and one person is injured. All because now he feels threatened. I'm doing it. So that's what I'm saying. So it's baffling. It's baffling at this point, and that's the thing. It's like, when in doubt, cry victim. Start crying. Throw up your hands. I went to the problem. You see what I'm saying? And I said this time and time again when all of this unfolded. There's a fight outside of my home. This is where I live. I'm not going outside if it does not have anything to do with me, my family, my property. If it has nothing to do with one of those three things, I'm staying my ass in the house because it's not my fight. And I think that's what the problem is. All of these Karens and Kyles are sticking their nose into other people's businesses, and then when the heat thickens or when the plot thickens, it's like, oh, I'm a victim. I'm the victim. But how can you cry victim when you're going to the fight? I have a 19-year-old son. I have a 16-year-old stepson. That's like me telling them to pack up, just jump on the train or what have you, mode of transportation. Go to DC. Like I said, there's a problem in DC. Come on, y'all. Let's go to DC. I that don't set right with me. If it's not my fight, it's not my fight. Now I'm gonna turn the page. I'm gonna turn the page again. Whereas three individuals who are Caucasian see a black man jogging. And see, and that's the thing, people. I do it all the time. I do it contrary to popular belief. I do it all the time. When I see vacant property, because I'm so like when I see space, I love space. I like this to see a space and like imagine if I had this space, what the hell I'm gonna do with this space. I do it all the time. You see what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, information man? How you doing? Thank you for watching, man. I appreciate you. And I like space. You see what I'm saying? I love space. When I'm walking or when I'm out enjoying my day, and I see like a vacant building, or if I see a vacant piece of property, that is, I'm a look. I'm a look. Thank you, thank you. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys for coming in. I'm a look. I'm looking in because I'm so intrigued by uh space. So, like I said, for those who just coming in, hey, I'm ready. And I apologize. I know I said I was going to send you that email, but I'm still going to get that email to you. Um, just been busy, just been so busy at work and doing other things. But I definitely going to connect with you sooner or later. So I apologize, but thank you so much for keeping me in mind. Um, so we had these three gentlemen who uh cry wolf or cry victim. Now everybody's crying victim, and I need to stop doing that because I'm doing the the whole oh but it's intriguing. It leaves you thinking. And shout out to my brother information man, who's definitely, if he's not already done so, he's going to talk about it. I can't wait to hear his views on it. But it's just to make you think. You see what I'm saying? So, and like I said, for those who's coming in, I'm talking about Ahmaud Arbery, whereas he was jogging. And I do it all the time, people. When I'm out walking, I'm going to work, I'm about my day, and if I stumble upon a piece of land or property, I'm gonna look in. I'm probably going to take down a number. So Ahmaud Arbery was jogging. Here come three people. Again, you sticking your nose in other people's business, and you trying to be you know, the hero again. And they approach Ahmaud, Mr. Arbery, and they're questioning him because of what they heard other people saying, that there was some 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 events that happened around the neighborhood. Now, I a part of that I can believe. I'm gonna say that because in the area where I live, it's all homeowners, all homeowners. So I understand the urgency of that. I understand that. I get that. But here's my thing again. Stop sticking your nose in other people's business. If it does not have anything to do with you, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. And I think that's the problem. That is the number one problem. That when you are approached with the situation and all of a sudden something was to happen in this magnitude, now we here in court. You see what I'm saying? We are here in court. Now, I think a lot of Caucasian people, and if you're watching, please, I don't want to offend anybody. The day is not that day, but because we just had a good Thanksgiving. Everybody's in unity and blah blah blah. But I, it amazes me. I don't know about y'all, but it amazes me how you know if you only could could just mind your business, just mind your business. If the black man jogging, yeah, hey, uh, black people do jog, and like I said earlier, black people do live in wealthier neighborhoods. Yeah, oh yeah, we have slightly overcame, from back then where we could not be seen in wealthy white neighborhoods. We have slightly overcome. We ain't there yet, but we broke through that barrier. We can now buy a home in I get busy too. Okay, great. We have overcame, so to speak, and we are able to buy a home in a wealthier neighborhood. And I don't even know if he was even living in the neighborhood. I don't know if when he's jogging, he zone out and be in another neighborhood. I don't know. Three people, three guys in the pickup truck to see this guy on the property of an abandoned house. Like I said, I do it all the time. He saw a building, he saw a house. He's, well, man, this is nice, and they building it, they constructing it, man. So he peeks in. I don't think he, you know, had any type of intentions to steal anything. What could he possibly steal? What was in the house? Furniture, electronics. Was there any materials that he can possibly steal and build his own little house? I'm just saying. So they rolled up on Mr. Arbery, and now this is a word that I have not heard in a minute. Citizens arrest. That's a word that I've heard, but that was used back in 1950. I have not heard citizens arrest in a minute. That word, that phrase alone, citizens arrest, like got me right there. And citizens arrest, goddamn, just the man was jogging. Like, what the fuck? So they approached Mr. Arbery, they exchanged words, they pulls out a gun. Mr. Arbery grabbed the gun, and that's when the victim comes out. Because you pulled out the gun, everything is fine. But let's assume Mr. Arbery grabbed that gun to defend himself. Oh, I fear for my life. Let me say that again for the people that are slow right now. When you pulled out the gun, everything was all fine and good. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him. He running through my neighborhood looking at our property. But then when Mr. Arbery, like any normal person would, if they're confronted or uh, uh, confronted by three individuals who have no reason to approach me, minding your business. You see what I'm saying? That's all the Karens and the Kyles now. We have labeled the women as Karens and the men as Kyles. You see what I'm saying? Because both of them can't seem to mind their goddamn business. So anywho, so now that one of them pulls out the gun, Mr. Arbery reached for the gun to defend himself from not getting shot. Victim. I feared for my life. I feared for my life. Those five little words they love to use. But they teach that in the academy for the police. Do they teach that? Is that is a part of the Caucasian handbook? You see what I'm saying? I feared for my life. When in doubt, Everybody, sit down. Sit down. We're going to have a lesson in self defense. This is what y'all say. I fear, repeat after me. I feared for my life. That's what you say. But you were the one that pulled out the gun, and everybody is fine. But that's as soon he grabbed that gun in self defense and kind of, I don't even know if he pulled the gun and tried to point it at you or try to grab the gun and run to get away. I feared for my life, meaning this dude got this gun now. He might shoot us. And they shot Mr. Arbery. They killed Mr. Arbery. And out of that, we go to trial. Now, here's another lesson of minding your own goddamn business. Minding your own, you'd be walking right now scot-free had you not approached that man. If you hadn't said nothing, if you wouldn't have blowed your horn, if you would have just leave well enough alone, you all would have been walking around scot-free. Mr. Arbery will still be here living, would have been here to enjoy Thanksgiving with his family. Y'all would have been able to enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family. You'd be able to sit down. No. And see, that's what I'm saying, people. Stop minding other people's business. Now, we all know that outcomes of certain situations don't end in good measure. We all know that. We all seen that with Kyle Rittenhouse, with these three gentlemen, Mr. Arbery, and countless others. Stop minding other people's business. That man was jogging, minding his business. People in Kenosha was protesting because of the murder. I can't say murder because he's not dead, thank God. Of I want to say Justin Blake. I want to say Justin Blake was the protest from Black Lives Matter. Why they was the reason why they was protesting was because of that. Cal told his mama, "Hey, I think I need to go to Kenosha and protect my community." Your community ain't in Kenosha. That's like me going to Washington to protect my community. For one, I don't live in Washington. I'm trying to help y'all make sense of this, and I know somebody out there is like, no, that's all wrong. No, I'm trying to help y'all understand what the hell I'm talking about. I'm trying to put it in layman's terms if y'all haven't figured it out. Why should I go to why do I have to go to another state to protect my community? If I need to protect my community, I walk outside. This is my community. Why did you have to go to Kenosha? That fight was not yours. The three men, why did you have to run up on Mr. Arbery? Him jogging in that community has nothing to do with you. See, I want you to understand something. And see, I'm gonna put the blame on this little orange individual that everybody is all praising and hailing and still hailing after he left the office. Little frumpy dump as Double D mother from TikTok like to call him. He made it plainly clear that y'all could do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. Keep in mind that it's going to go in your favor or it's not going to go in your favor. See, and that's the thing. That's the thing that bothers me about this situation. We don't know, you know. But here's I'm trying to help you understand that if you keep your if you keep your business to yourself and stop getting in other people's business, we all can live scot free. But see, y'all chose not to do that. Y'all don't want to do that. That's the crazy part. I did, Bonnie. So when I go to a rally to support labor workers, I'm not from that community. I didn't say that, Bonnie. All I'm saying is that it's kind of odd that I go to a a fight, a rally that had nothing to do with me. You see what I'm saying? And why should you have to carry a gun? Now, if you going to a labor workers rally, that's on you. But to answer this question, Bonnie, uh, are you going to go to a labor's workers union, a labor's worker rally, with a gun? Can you answer that question, Bonnie? Are you going to go to that rally with a gun? What's your intentions? You see what I'm saying? Let's answer that. If you ever, I mean, if you go there, you going there. You going there because obviously you're a labor worker, right? Okay. If you're a labor worker and you're going to that rally, which is in another state, are you going there with a gun? See, see, this is one of these questions that I got last week from somebody who don't listen. What I said was, well, if I was asked to secure it, maybe. Okay. Are you a officer? That's my next question. Are you an officer or are you a labor worker going there to support the rally? That's the question. You see, Cal Rittenhouse was not either. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't no cop. He was just some random teenager who went to Kenosha to be a part of a rally with an AK-4. So, okay, let's back up for a minute. Why couldn't he just go to the rally? If he was in support of Black Lives Matter, why didn't he just go to the rally? With no gun, no intentions, why couldn't he just go to the rally? Have you heard of being security for community organizers events? Yes, I have. Matter of fact, I know one. And she was deployed to go to Georgia for the Ahmaud Arbery case. So to answer your question, Bonnie, yes, I do know one. But still, you have not answered my question. Are you a cop? Are you a National Guard? You said labor workers. You still haven't answered my question. You said why the difference in this case? I don't see here's the thing, and you still haven't answered my question, but it's okay. Uh, did Kyle Rittenhouse live in Kenosha? Okay, Okay. You're a community member that supports safety. For what community? That's the thing. Kyle Rittenhouse did not live in Kenosha. Kyle Rittenhouse did not live in Kenosha, Bonnie, if you're still watching. Cal Rittenhouse lived where he lived, and I apologize. I don't know where he lived. I am almost certain that he was not a community organizer like you said. Okay. Cal Rittenhouse went to Kenosha looking for trouble. I'm gonna be plain flat out. Cal Rittenhouse went to Kenosha looking for trouble. Period. Point blank. My question again is, if he wanted to go to protect his community, first of all, why didn't he just go without a gun? Why didn't he just go to Kenosha without a gun? Now, Bonnie, if you're talking about the three gentlemen that lives in Georgia, I'm not sure where that happened. Um, like I said earlier, I understand where I live. There's a lot of homeowners. And with homeowners, you live in a community of homeowners. So I see uncertainties all the time. If you want to go there, if I see white people, I see Chinese people, I see Indians, I see all kind of walks of life, all ethnic races come in and out of this community. That does not make me to go outside and question every single person that I see of a different ethnic background. I see people jogging. I see white people jogging. Now, this is predominantly a black neighborhood. Now, I don't know how many white people live on this block. I know that my two neighbors to the left and the right are Caucasian. I do know that. But to answer your question, when I see these people that I don't know, have not seen them ever in life, walk past my door and around this neighborhood, I'm not running outside saying, I don't know you. You don't live in my neighborhood. You need to go. You see what I'm saying? With the now that, like I said, with these three gentlemen in Georgia, Ahmaud Arbery, I am almost certain. I am almost certain that Ahmaud Arbery was not the only black person living in that neighborhood. Look at the comparisons. Like I said, I live in a predominantly homeowner neighborhood. People that come in and out of my neighborhood, I am by Morgan State University. If anybody know historically black colleges, HBCUs, Morgan State University. I live right down the street from there. Of course, I see the college kids walking back and forth around my neighborhood every day, all day. I see white people walking their dogs. I see Indian people. I see Chinese people. That does not mean every time when I see these people that I've never seen before walk outside, hey, I don't know you. You don't live in my neighborhood. You need to go. That's not me. That's not me. You see what I'm saying? That's not me. And what I'm saying is the three men who killed Ahmaud Arbery was not the only black person living in that neighborhood. Just to answer your question, Bonnie. So don't go there with the, I'm a this and I'm a that. No. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And y'all have a problem of accepting it. Y'all have a problem with accepting the fact that y'all wrong. All up and down the board. You cannot tell me that one, his mama drove him across state lines, and I'm talking about Kyle. His mama drove him across state lines and he was looking for trouble. You're not going to tell me that those three gentlemen has not seen another black person in that neighborhood. This happened before. I'm gonna say that. This happened before with those three. It's just that this time they got caught. They probably got away with it the first time. This time they got caught. I'm gonna be real quick, and I'm gonna say what I initially said. And please, by all means, voice your opinions. Stay in your own lane. Stop sticking your nose in other people's businesses. That's it. That's all. Thank you for watching. Holla at you on